everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in and watching the Cypress Sports Show, brought to you by Coach's Corner, your go-to spot before and after the game. I'm Jeff Russell, here with Mark Slevcove. As always, today we're going to welcome volleyball players Leona, Alexis, and Marissa Krebs to the program. We'll check in with Mr. Pfeiffer in our segment, Would You Rather? And we'll get an update on our sports from last week. Coach, the football team, they got after it against one of our rivals, I'll say, Pacifica. Pacifica with a little bit of a changeover in coaches. Maybe not as good as before, but always a very heated contest with them in really every sport. But man, we kind of took it to them there in the football game.
Yeah, it was nice to get off to a start with the win in league. Pacifica's homecoming night, so they had a big student section. But you're right, they are rebuilding some, and we had Aiden Houston coming back to play, so he's obviously a game changer right away. And Aiden led us to 52-7 victory over Pacifica. He didn't waste any time, immediately impacted the game with a long scoring run. We currently sit at number 20 in the county, according to the OC Register, and we take on our other crosstown rival, Kennedy, Friday night at Handel Stadium, and we are on the home side. The girls flag football team is currently 3-0 in league with a matchup against undefeated Crean Lutheran Wednesday. So when we watch this show on Thursday, we'll know the results of that game. Good luck in the battle for first place. We'll have those results next week. Girls volleyball team, they're battling to stay afloat in the playoff race. Normally it's for a league championship race. This year it's just for a playoff race. And that took a hit on Tuesday versus Kennedy. We lost 3-0. They're in fourth place in league. Just 3 games to go in league play with Valencia, the team who sits 1 game in front of us coming up on Thursday. Boys water polo team opened up league last week with an 8-3 loss to Pacifica before participating in the Don Lugo tournament. This week they take on Kennedy at Cypress on Thursday. Girls tennis, they continue their winning ways, beating Tustin and Pacifica last week, and Kennedy on Tuesday, moving their record to 5-0. Today starts the second round of league with the match against Valencia. Tuesday next week, they begin their second round of league with Valencia. The girls are 9th ranked team in CIF Division II this week. Girls golf played in the Diamond Bar tournament at Upland Country Club on Monday. The team finished 3rd overall, while Catherine Gerbing shot even par for the best round of the day in the whole tournament. And Tanya Maheshwari had the best score for all 11th graders on the day, as they recognized everybody by grade levels. And the cross-country team competed in the Empire League prelim meet last week. The boys varsity finished in 2nd place behind Valencia. The girls finished 5th. Christina Butner put up the best time for the girls. And Isaiah Garma, a new name for us this year in cross-country, had the best time for the boys at 16:22, and Jonathan Rodriguez, who we spoke with last week, finished 7th in the league at 16:30. Isaiah finished 5th in the league in the prelims. Great stuff. And what do you think? Should we get to 5-4? Is that time?
I think it's about that time we get over to Mr. 5-4 and check in with him.
Hey guys, how's it going? I can't believe how much difficulty I have looking at the camera and getting the questions out for these would you rathers, right? This was a tough week for me. So I'm gonna try it with you guys, right? Which is crazy, because I can say like tongue twist, like Betty bought a bit of butter, but she said the butter's bitter. But I can't ask, would you rather work for a coach that you don't like that gets results, or work for a coach who you love but doesn't get the same results?
It's pretty simple.
It was, right? So anyway, we got around campus. It's tough, I know you. All right. Anyway, we went around campus, got a lot of feedback from some staff and some students, and here's what we got. Here we are with Jonathan, Aaron, right? And Aaron with an E. Dimitri, our golf coach extraordinaire. Vanessa, Cassidy, check it out. I'm here with Delilah and Abigail. Eric Gennaro, assistant principal extraordinaire. Rocco, Braden, we're here with Would You Rather. Would you rather work for a coach that you absolutely hate but has a winning record, or work for a coach that you love but the season's not working out so well?
Definitely the first one.
The first one, why definitely.
I feel like being successful and not liking the person doesn't matter, but being successful.
Oh, interesting. Well, psychology, what do you think?
I would love a coach that I love, but if I'm not being like successful, it's kind of like, why do I love you if I'm not being successful?
Task-oriented. Here we go.
I think I would rather work for a coach that respected me on the field and cared and wanted to be there with us. The wins matter, but not that much.
The coach you like, right? But, okay.
We can always work our way up. We're working our way up. You just have to trust the process. Yeah.
Trust the process.
I think with the better coach.
Even though you don't like them, they're terrible, they're yelling at you. Ah, run faster.
Yeah.
How would you show if I'm that coach? How would I show you respect? What's a coach look like when they're showing?
They care. They recognize when the kids have issues. They want to help. All of those things, I think, make coaching what it is.
I'd have a losing season.
But with a coach that's, okay, that's interesting, right?
I'd have a good time.
Nice. What about you, John?
I'd rather have a losing season.
Really?
With a coach, yeah.
With the relationship with the coach that's nice,
Yes.
right? Productive, right?
We gotta win. I'm gonna go with the winning coach.
First one.
Hate the coach, winning season.
I'm gonna have to go with the first one too.
That's football for you.
Pfeiffer, every single time getting after it. If we could only get him to ask the same question to two people in a row, right?
You never know what the answers are for. It could be a completely different question.
Yeah, we kind of, Mr. Delgado and his crew, unreal how they take 7 weeks of Would You Rather, all different topics, and try to make one meaningful clip because of Pfeiffer, you're doing a great job. We love it. Before we get to our guests for today, we want to take a real quick second, check in with Coach Crooks on this week's opponent, the school down the street. Let's see what Coach Crooks has to say.
All right, here with Coach Crooks following the Pacifica game. Coach, recap a little bit of what we saw last Friday night at Pacifica.
It was a great league win for us to open up with Pacifica, who's turned into a rival in our league, and to put up what we did and the numbers and the score on their homecoming was just a great way to start off league.
Aiden Houston was back last week against Pacifica. He didn't waste any time showing what he can do and his help on our offensive side. How's Kennedy going to defend Aiden and our offense this week?
Well, they're definitely going to have to plan for him because he can get you running and he can get you throwing. So he's definitely one tough guy to prepare for. So they're going to have their hands full. So they'll probably come up with some good game plan because they always do. It's a rivalry game. It's they're right up the street. So we're looking forward to it.
And then on Kennedy's side, who are we looking at? Who are we going to have to defend? How are we going to attack them?
Well, they got every year. I mean, they're young. They're all juniors, but it feels like they've been around for a couple of years preparing for them. So they got Drew Deese that they can throw the ball to. Derek Amazon does a great job getting out to his receivers. They got the Street Brothers still there. So they have a lot of talent again this year. They're 5-1. They're much improved, and we're not taking them lightly. We're preparing for them, and it's going to be a good game.
Very good. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, thanks, Coach Crooks, for the update on the game this week. We look forward to seeing you out there at the football game. Today, we're happy to welcome players from our volleyball team, Leona, Alexis, and Marissa Krebs, to the program. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
You guys excited?
Yeah. Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Not nervous at all?
A little nervous, but
All right,
nothing we can't handle.
We'll keep it real, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep
Try.
it real. Always.
We'll try. Well, Coach Alex says you're both very strong competitors and outspoken players on the court. How do you think those traits help you on the court and leading the team?
I think it's very important to be outspoken, especially on the court, because volleyball is a game of mistakes. Volleyball is a game of errors. So you need to be able to communicate and be fluid with each other in order to build like a connection with one another on the court and off the court. So I feel like being outspoken is helping people kind of ease into, speaking with each other. So.
I also think just like being loud really affects the whole team. Like if one person's quiet, then everybody's quiet. If everyone's loud, everybody's loud.
Yeah, and with enthusiasm, that helps too, right? If you're talking, enthusiasm catches on quick.
Yeah.
So
That's right. We got to bring the energy.
Always.
Always. Leona, Alexis, Coach Alex says that you're our most street smart player, our most aggressive player. How do you funnel that aggression into positive play?
So using aggressiveness, it's trying not to get like locked out, like, oh, I'm gonna try and hit someone in the face, but it's like trying to use it to also help your teammates. Like, oh, I think if you take a step forward, then you can get that ball. Like not telling people what to do in a mean way, but telling them what to do so it can help everyone on the team.
Yeah, I almost take that aggressive comment as more like confidence.
Yeah.
Like aggressive in that you're confident in your play, right? I'll go take a ball as opposed to like looking to somebody else to get a ball.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right? Something
Yeah,
like
yeah, no tentativeness, right? When tentative play is weak play, aggressive play is confident play.
Right.
And Marissa, you're coming off an injury, right? Hopefully back soon. Hopefully. In your last game before your injury, you had 8 kills out of 9 attempts. Coach says that was a near perfect game for you and that you're constantly improving throughout the year. And obviously a setback with an injury hurt. So how is the ankle at this point?
Ooh, do you want my honest answer or the screen answer?
Whatever you like.
I think every day it's improving. You know, it has to get worse before it gets better. I'm kind of doing, you know, a bunch of stretches to help it. I'm always icing, elevating, all that stuff. So I think with the injury, it's like a lot of mental, like it's more mental for me than it is physical. Like just in the headspace of like the frustration and trying to work past that and like accepting it and just, you know, trying to get it back on the court as soon as I can, but also having the time to recover. So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw you actually the moment you came out of the gym that day, and your ankle was slightly larger than normal.
Pretty fat.
Yeah. So once you're back and ready to come back, what is going to be some of the things you're thinking about to help yourself continue to improve?
I think, you know, something that benefited me from having this injury, one of the very, very few benefits of this injury is like being able to sit back and look at the game from a different perspective. I'm no longer, you know, so I'm still a teammate, but I'm not on the court. But I get to sit back and see everyone else playing, because when I'm on the court and I'm playing, I see everyone, but I'm more focused on, you know, what my play is and how I'm going to help this next ball. But if I'm sitting back on the bench and I'm kind of just like taking stats and just looking at everyone at a specific time, it's kind of giving me a different perspective on how I can improve myself, because it's like I'm envisioning myself on the court and I can say like, okay, maybe, you know, I could, you know, space myself better, or this is something that I can improve on. So I feel like it's like a bunch of the mental notes that are getting jotted down in my head that I can definitely come back to practice when I'm better and just give it my 100% and give it more of my focus on that.
Leona, does she try to coach while she's doing it too?
She's always the first one to talk in the huddle. So she's a big captain in our team. And it's not like a coaching in a mean way, like she's telling everyone what to do, but she's really confident in like what she says and how she says it. So it really helps us.
Nice. Who's more competitive between the two of you?
Me.
Okay.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that.
This might be a competition right here.
Yeah.
So Leona, as a competitive person, maybe more so than Krebs over here, in terms of competitive spirit, how do you approach practice in finding ways to improve? How do you use your competitive spirit? What do you work on at practice to improve your game?
In practice, we usually do positional stuff, so it's like middles together. So whenever we're going against each other, I try and do my 100% because I know it's going to help them get better and help me get better at the same time.
Very cool. Well, seasons have ups and downs, right? We've had a few ups and downs this year. Taking away the injury part, what other challenges have you faced, and how do you guys work to overcome those?
I think definitely one of the biggest challenges we've had to, you know, face this season is having a clean house. We lost a lot of vital players this last year, and it's kind of like starting from the ground up. It's like we have to gain cohesiveness and fluidity as a team. We kind of need to find our balance where it's like we're playing with new people, we're playing with, you know, it's a whole new team and it's a whole new grasp where we're all like individually, everyone is an amazing player. But towards the beginning of the season, I think one of our biggest faults was like trying to apply that and translating it into a team effort where it's like we're helping each other out instead of just playing individually. So I think it's improving, and I think every day and every practice we always get better and stuff, but I think that was definitely one of our biggest setbacks.
Yeah, setbacks, adversity, graduation certainly affects every high school every year. So obviously that's difficult as a program growing through that, and I know we're getting better and improving each and every game, each and every week. But you guys are also student athletes on campus. How are distractions, schoolwork, friends, how does that all play a role in staying focused as a student athlete, as a volleyball player?
I think it's really important about school, but like once you get on the court, you're on the court. Like, I don't remember myself ever thinking about school or friends or anything on the court. It's just in the moment, like I need to worry about my team and about myself and how this next play is going to help us win.
All right, so when you're playing volleyball, you never daydream about math class. And when you're in math, you're completely focused on math. You never daydream about volleyball, right?
Completely focused on that?
Maybe not that last part, but
I definitely think that once you step foot in the gym, your only mindset should be focused on volleyball. Like when I'm in school, sometimes I'll be daydreaming about volleyball and I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna lock in. But as soon as I step foot in that gym, it's volleyball, like volleyball. I'm not worried about anything else. I'm not worried about tests or anything like that. It's like I have this specific amount of time for me to kind of just not stress about the world, and I'm kind of just like, okay, it's only volleyball right now. And then that's kind of like, my saving grace is just only worrying about volleyball. And then after practice is over, now I get to come back to reality and kind of just be like, okay, I have a physics test tomorrow or something, but
So what? 3 games left, right? Not counting or counting the Wilson game. Not counting. Wilson.
3 league games.
3
left,
league games left.
Yeah.
Not counting Wilson. What's our focus right now?
our biggest focus is to just play as a team, and like we need to find our rhythm. It's already like halfway into the season, but we still need to find our rhythm and really focus on winning these next games because it's really important to
That's
us.
right. We're fighting for a playoff spot. Yeah.
Every game we need to take it head on and just, every point is so vital in every single game and every set that we play. It doesn't matter if it's like the beginning of the set. The first point is always just as important as the last point. So we need to kind of lock in and have that headspace of like, okay, we're going to take it game by game, set by set, and point by point. So we need just to have fluidity as a team. Yeah, and just have fun. That's a big thing.
Fluidity.
It's
going to be
fluidity.
All right, we're
Does
gonna...
Coach Alex use fluidity a lot?
She does.
She does.
Her vocabulary rubs off on
big words.
Lock it up?
Yeah, lock
it up.
Lock it up.
That's a big one. All right, well, we've come to the point in the show for some fast action questions. Don't overthink them. Whatever comes to your mind first, answer. You're both going to answer these. You guys ready?
Yes.
Sure?
Yeah.
Funny pregame routine that you might have.
We sing and dance together all the time,
yes.
to the music.
Yeah.
What songs?
Do you do on that beat?
Hit the quan.
All right. Any weird things that you eat before the game?
Wabba grill.
All the time.
That's where we're going after this.
Yes.
All right, there you go. Favorite volleyball drill you do in practice?
Hitting lines.
Definitely hitting lines. I don't know. I'm trying to think fast. Probably butterfly. Yeah, I was about to say that.
All right.
Butterfly.
Beach or indoor volleyball?
Indoor. Gosh.
It's half and half for me because when I started playing beach, it was like, wow, this is really different from indoor. So
yeah.
Cool. Taco Bell or Del Taco?
Taco Bell. Baja freezes all the way. Bell. All the way.
Easy,
easy. Jump serve or standing?
Jump serve.
Standing.
What about Coach Slevcove does the underhand old school?
No. That's some middle school.
But I send it skyball. I go skyball.
Oh, skyball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, underhand skyball.
A little different.
You might hit the ceiling. So we'll see.
On the beach.
Outdoor.
Oh, okay. Outdoor, then yeah, you're fine.
What is something you can serve but never eat?
A volleyball?
Yeah, a volleyball. Well done. Nice.
Well, I mean, unless you don't receive it and you just eat it in your face, then that's different. But
Best Hawaii moment?
the car ride. All the car rides, whether it was with Coach Alex or a parent, those car rides were always super fun and hype.
Isn't that funny? We go to Hawaii to go play volleyball, and the best moment's in the car.
It's always around the team, right?
Yep.
That's what we're going to remember later in life. We can tell you those things. The games, wins, losses, you'll remember that other stuff more than you'll remember any of that.
Exactly.
All right, well, thanks again to Leona and Marissa for being here today. Thanks to our sponsors, Subs and Grubs and Coach's Corner. Make it out to those businesses that support us and support them. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week.